is a story, a fantastically true story, from the files of Herbert A. Philbrick, who for 9 frightening years did lead 3 lives: citizen, communist, counter-spy, and who has now revealed for the first time his secret files concerning not only his own activities, but also the current activities of other counter-espionage agents. For obvious reasons, the names, dates, and places have been changed, but the story is based on fact. This week, Herbert Philbrick brings you the story of the counter-spy who operated within a Soviet espionage ring that spanned 2 nations. Communist espionage can take place anywhere in the world. This story has its opening in Ottawa, Canada.
Kalaki just landed in Los Angeles from Canada. This is his photograph.
What kind of party work is he doing up there?
Important work, comrade, otherwise I wouldn't be involved in it. The photograph, please.
Oh.
You will see just how important after you arrive in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles? Am I going to Los Angeles?
You will proceed to the home of Paul Kalaki, and there await further instructions.
What kind of instructions?
You know better than to ask premature questions.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course I do. It's just that this trip took me by surprise. I'm not prepared. I'd better call my wife.
There isn't time for that. We'll notify her after you arrive in Los Angeles. This contains all the clothing and other articles you'll need. You can go directly from here to the airport.
You're very efficient, comrade.
I have to be. You'll find Kalaki's address inside with your plane tickets. Naturally, you'll be assessed for the cost of the tickets.
Oh, yes, I wouldn't want it any other way.
Al will go with you to the airport. Al?
No chance to contact the FBI. No chance to contact anyone. Look, it's not necessary for him to go with me.
It is necessary.
Sir, but I don't seem to be able to see your bag. Could you point it out to me?
Yeah, it's that brown one right there.
Huh. It's all straightened out, sir. You can see why I made a mistake. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess that could happen to anybody. Thank you. Something's up, Philbrick. But you don't know who's pulling the strings, the FBI or the party. Motor livery, please. You've got to get to the FBI and Dressler. Let them know where you are, but you don't know who's watching you. What are you doing out here?
I started telling you when you left Andrews' place. I came out here on Section B of your flight. We beat you out by 10 minutes. But I wasn't as lucky as you. I didn't have a chance to pack a bag.
Neither did I. Anyway, it's good to see you. It's always nice to have a friendly face in a strange city. What do you know about a man named Paul Kalaki?
Kalaki? Well, nothing offhand. Is he a party member?
Yeah. Lives at 14 Oak Road.
Oh. Well, we'll run a check on him as soon as we can. You have any idea why they sent you out here?
Just that it's big.
Well, we know that it's big. Anything that Anders is involved with is big. Probably espionage.
Yeah. I'll get you the picture as soon as I can. Where can I see you tomorrow?
Hollywood Boulevard. I made arrangements for you to have this car while you were in town.
Very pretty.
We're counting on you, Herb.
Yeah, but so's the party.
What do you want?
I'm looking for a Mr. Kalaki.
I'm Mrs. Kalaki. Who are you?
A mutual friend sent me.
Come in. Who sent you?
Mr. Anders.
Paul? Anders sent him.
Philbrick?
Yes, that's right.
He told us. Sit down.
Thank you.
Just why are you here, Conrad?
Well, I'm waiting for orders on an important party mission.
Must be wonderful to serve the party in an active fashion.
Don't you serve the party that way, comrade?
I'm a graduate student in English at the university. I'm afraid my party work is all on the intellectual side.
Oh, that can be important, too.
I suppose so. In any event, the party has never seen fit to use me for anything else.
Never?
No.
Except in Spain.
Oh, yes. I fought in the Spanish Civil War. That was a long time ago.
Well, to have served the party in the Spanish Civil War is important, comrade. That wouldn't slip my mind.
It won't slip his again, either.
I'll show you your room, Philbrick.
Huh.
This is it.
Oh, this is nice.
If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask me.
No, I'll get along fine, comrade.
You seem to be a very zealous communist. I'm pleased. I wouldn't want anyone else in this house.
Spain. Spain. He never fought in Spain, but he wanted you to think he did. Why? Get to know this house well, Philbrick. Somewhere inside this house is information the FBI's got to have.
Feel like a tourist?
I am a tourist. Glad Kalaki lives so close to Hollywood Boulevard. Did you get anything?
Kalaki entered the country on a Canadian passport. The previous passport issued to him indicates that he fought in Spain.
Some peculiar there. He never fought in Spain.
You sure?
Yeah, he wanted me to think he did, but he slipped. His wife tried to cover up for him. There must be something important about that.
Yeah, it is. That information came off of the Canadian passport records. If they were phonied up,
We might have a bigger fish than we think.
maybe an octopus, with one arm in the Canadian government and the other one down here in Southern California doing something. But what? Beats me. Well, I'll fly up to Ottawa and check with the Canadian authorities. But keep after Kalaki. We want to know what he's doing down here.
Yeah, when will you be back?
Well, just as soon as I can. You know how to reach me. Herb. Remember, he bites.
That's 2 contacts. Okay, let's drop Kalaki and see if we can find out who the others are. License number and see what else you can find. 4X760. Now you've hit something, Philbrick. A guided missile plant. A bad place for a commie. Here's your chance to explore that basement. It could be that your secret room isn't unique. From the aircraft factories through Kalaki's camera to Russia. Kalaki may be a student, but it's not English he's studying.
So, Comrade Philbrick,
Something wrong?
what are you doing here?
Well, I saw the door open, so...
You're lying.
What's going on here?
We've got to report immediately. Herbert A. Philbrick's a spy.
What name did you say?
Paul Edward Kalaki.
Of course.
Are you in charge here, Mrs. Ordway?
More or less. This is Mr. Kalaki's passport assignment.
Thank you.
Was there something wrong, Mr. Dressler?
No, just routine.
As you wish.
How many people have access to these files, Mrs. Ordway?
Great many.
All of them government employees?
That's right, they are.
All right, Mrs. Ordway. Thank you.
Mr. Dressler,
Yes?
how long will you be keeping those papers?
What I need to know, I'll find out very quickly. Yes, sir, I'm still in Ottawa. The lab here has established that Kalaki's original passport application was altered to conform to the second application. Yes, sir, the man in Los Angeles is definitely not the original Paul Edward Kalaki. Right, sir.
And then our contact at Cal Aircraft called. He spotted someone following him, made sure to get a good look when this person examined the sticker on his car. There was no doubt about the description. It was Philbrick, all right.
Is this true, Comrade Philbrick?
Well, if you just let me explain.
Is it true?
Well, yes, it's true.
Go
but
on.
that's-
Then I caught Comrade Philbrick in the basement. He'd obviously gone there to spy on Paul.
He was successful, too. I was making micro photos.
Philbrick was sneaking from the basement when I found him.
Do you deny this?
No, I don't deny it,
Just
but...
a moment.
I hope you see to it that he's severely punished.
He'll be punished, all right. I received this letter, airmail special, this morning. If Paul Edward Kalaki is working in a sensitive area, as I assume he is criminally sloppy in his operation. For instance, his own story about his past is full of contradictions. A good example is the stupid blunder he made in discussing his service in Spain. It was clear that he never served in Spain.
Who wrote that?
Comrade Philbrick. Why did you write this?
Because Comrade Kalaki's blunders were endangering the whole party, and I wanted you to know it. That's why I followed him. I wanted to find out just how inefficient he really is. And I must say, what I found out appalled me.
Surely you're not going to let him get away with this.
Under the circumstances, I must commend him for his actions.
Commend him? For spying on me?
For warning me about you. The reason I know his warning is justified is that I've just heard from Ottawa.
About me?
Exactly. Your passport applications are being investigated by the FBI. Obviously, Philbrick is not the only one with whom you were careless.
But I don't understand. Our operation here has been so successful.
So successful that maybe it made you a little bit careless, huh? What if I'd been FBI instead of communist? Where would you be then?
He is absolutely right. You're in charge of one of our most important espionage projects. Yet Comrade Philbrick has already been able to uncover its essential nature.
That letter was an inspiration, Philbrick. Who was it? Newt Rockney, who said the best defense is a good offense?
Therefore, I'm going to have to relieve you of your assignment.
Relieve me?
I have no choice.
That won't be necessary, Comrade Anders. I've made some mistakes. I admit them. I beg your pardon. But I can assure you they won't happen again.
Assuredly. You're both suspended. You've endangered our whole espionage structure. I sent you out here to work with Comrade Kalaki. Now that's impossible. However, we're going to have to use you to complete Comrade Kalaki's present mission.
Well, I'll be glad to do whatever I can.
Give Comrade Philbrick the microfilm.
I beg you to reconsider.
I said give it to him.
What am I to do?
You're to take that to Ottawa.
Ottawa, Canada?
Your plane ticket? You'll register at the Roman Hotel. That's where you'll be contacted.
How'll I recognize my contact?
The material.
Your contact will have the other half of that photograph.
Well, I better make sure of my transportation to the airport. Any other instructions?
Just don't make any mistakes.
I'm on my way to Ottawa. They've got me running courier in Kalaki's place.
Well,
Oh, by the way, they know the Bureau investigated that passport situation up there.
well, that figures. We know they have agents in the government offices. Kalaki's passport was altered while it was still in the government files.
Yeah. You got a line on their people up there?
Not yet, but this might be a break for us. If we get a line on your contact, he'll lead us to the rest of the ring.
Yeah, I hope so. Well, I better get on and off the airport.
Herb, what kind of material are you carrying?
Oh. Microfilm.
I'm afraid I can't let you take this stuff with you.
Is it that hot?
These boys have gone as high as you can go. This is top secret.
Well, can you get me some phonies?
I'm afraid not in time to get you on the plane. No, you're going to have to go to Ottawa without anything.
Okay, if that's the way it has to be.
Well, I'm sorry, Herb. I know it's risky, but there isn't anything else I can do.
How soon do you think you can get me some phonies?
Well, I'll call Ottawa immediately, and I'll have the Canadian officials prepare some material while you're en route. And they'll get it to you before the commies contact you at the hotel.
Yeah, but Jerry, what if the commies contact me first? Yeah, all right. I'll try not to think about that. See you. Try to relax, Philbrick. The FBI said you'd get the phony material in time. They've never let you down yet. You know why there's a delay? The phony film has to be good. So good that if it went all the way to the Kremlin, no one could tell it wasn't authentic. That takes time. But time's something you don't have. If the commies get to you before the FBI does, you're in trouble. Big trouble.
Mr. Philbrick,
That's right.
I was told you were interested in photography. It's a hobby of mine also. May I come in?
Well, I'm always glad to discuss photography.
I have a photograph, and I'd like to have it restored, but I've lost half of it. Is there anything I can do?
Well, may I see the half that you still have?
Of course.
Oh. Take all the time you can, Philbrick. Just a minute.
I only have a few minutes.
Yeah, I just can't seem to find what I'm looking for. Now she'll want the microfilm. The microfilm you haven't got.
Then please return my photograph.
Oh, but I'm sure I can help you.
Give it to me, please, and I'll consult an expert.
There's only one thing you can do, Philbrick. Of course. Oh. Just a second. Stall like your life depended on it. Because maybe it does. Seems to be all right.
You know then why I'm here.
I think I do.
I'm waiting.
Oh, just a second.
We're safe here, I assure you.
That's the kind of assurance I don't take from anyone. How do I know but what this room is bugged?
I don't have all day.
Uh-huh. Well, you'll have all week if our security depends on it.
If you don't finish quickly, Comrade.
All right. Where is he?
Who?
The contact, the man who's supposed to receive the microfilm.
I'm the contact.
Nonsense. I know the contact is a man.
I'm the contact. You're asking for trouble, and a lot of it.
Well, be that as it may, I can't afford risking betraying the party.
It appears to me you're already betraying it. Perhaps you don't even have the microfilm.
And perhaps you better get out of here right now.
Not without the material.
And I'm not going to turn it over to you until I contact my superior.
I'll contact our superior. I don't know what you're up to, Comrade Philbrick, but you're in a great deal of difficulty. A great deal.
Who's that? A party goon or the FBI? With her around either way, it's just as dangerous.
Room service, your dinner, sir.
Oh. Let's put it down. I didn't...
I hope everything you ordered is there, sir.
Yes. Yes, I'll be fine.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you. Just a minute.
Yes?
If I give you the microfilm, are you willing to take complete responsibility?
I am.
All right, and as much as I know it's got to go out of the country very shortly, I'm willing to trust you with it.
Now you're being sensible.
I was being sensible all along. It's always sensible to take precautions.
Perhaps we'll meet again, Comrade Philbrick.
We will, if nothing happens to prevent it. But something will happen to prevent you from ever meeting that particular comrade again. They're waiting down there for her. And from now on, where she goes, the agents of the Canadian government go too, until every link in the spy ring is accounted for. Once every member of the espionage ring was known, the FBI and Canadian authorities made a sweeping series of arrests that completely smashed it. Next week, we'll bring you another story from the files of Herbert A. Philbrick. The kind of story that could only be told by a man who for 9 fantastic years served as a counter spy for the Federal Bureau of Investigation.